Hi, I've been working on 6 paintings this week and I've come to the end of giving them all another layer, and it's been really interesting to look at them all and to see the difference between the one that I started at the beginning of the week and the one that I have just finished working on yesterday. So this is the one that I started at the beginning of the week, and I've put on, I've got about 3 layers on it now. And in this last layer, I added stripes. I added this green colour because I liked it here, a little bit of it there, and I thought I like that colour, so I want more of it. So I mixed up some more and I've added it around. And I like this colour here, so I mixed up some of that and I've spread that around, but I've made it it's translucent, it's thin, as opposed to this area, these bits where I've added that same colour and it's thick. So I've got a difference between thick and thin there. I've also done the same with a dark, this sort of dark browny colour, and that's just to give some areas that are dark in value to contrast with the rest of the painting. At this point, I really have no idea of the design. All I'm doing is adding on surface interest, and I haven't really made any decisions yet about which way it's going to go, what the painting's going to be about, what's sort of going to be the main feature, where I'm going to take it. That's as far as I got before deciding, okay, that's enough. I'm not ready to make any more decisions at this stage. I'll pass it on and I'll go and do the same to the next painting. So I'll show you what I did to the next painting. And I pretty much did the same thing. I added the stripes. I made some different greens just to give a richness to the greens. It was all very flat, one type of green. So I gave put some grey greens in and some other softer greens. I also picked out the blue, and I put some more of the blue around. I put some larger shapes with the light. So here I'm starting to think about the design. I'm starting to give myself some strong value contrasts, and I've got light areas and I've given myself some dark areas. But and I also isolated these bits of red. This was just a little bit of red. I made that bigger, and I'm sort of feeling like those reds are going to be quite important in this painting. But that's kind of as far as I've got. The next time I come to it, I'll probably turn it around, make some more decisions, and I don't know whether I'll leave the 3 big hoops there, but at least I've got some areas that are dark and some areas that are light to be going forward with. So this was the next one I worked on, and I did the same thing. I added the stripes, I added the transparent layer, and I added some of this. I picked out this grey, which was already in the painting, and put some more of those shapes in. I knocked back, I think there was some quite strong yellow in this painting over here, and I pushed that back. I wanted less of that. And then the other thing I did was I created this shape that kind of goes through the painting, links it from top to bottom. And I've made a bigger decision about the design and about what this painting is going to be about than I had in the previous 2 paintings. I've also decided that the red's going to be quite important, so I've come in with a red oil stick in here as well. How much of that will stay, I don't know. But I sort of feel like this painting is a step further, having made some decisions about design and what this painting is about, than the last one was. So this is the 4th painting, and I worked on this one after the previous one. So having made those decisions that I made on the previous painting, I came into this one, and with greater confidence, I think, because I had made those decisions previously, I kind of applied the same thinking to this one. And so I've come in with the stripes, picked out colours that I like and brought more of them in, like these beigey sort of colours. I did the same with the dark brown. And I picked out the blue, and I've brought in the transparent layer as well into bringing those big shapes in. I've also isolated some little details that I've quite like, and this area here is really speaking to me. I really like this sort of area here. So now this painting, I feel I've probably, it's probably going to be this way up. I've made some quite solid decisions about the design, and I've taken it a bigger step than I had done perhaps with the earlier ones. And I feel like, yeah, it's really, it's moving, you know, it's moving in a nice straight path. It still needs work, but I feel like I can see the direction that this painting's going in. And then I worked on this one. This is number 5, and what I did here was, I think I already had the stripes, but I linked up these blue areas. I think I just had these sort of isolated blue bits, but I linked them all up. And I've sharpened up some of the edges, brought in more yellow. I've kind of made a decision about colour in this painting, and I've also made some decisions about design. And I'm feeling that even though this does need a little bit more work, I feel like it's almost done, it's almost finished. I've taken it much further along, so this I feel is getting close to being finished. Still needs some work, but I'll glaze it, I'll seal it, and I'll do some fine things in it perhaps, but it's not too far away. Finally, this is the last one, and I kind of feel like this one is in a sort of similar place to the previous one. It's not too far away from being finished. I think I already had the stripes there, but I made some decisions about colour. I liked this area here. I like those all together, and so I thought I'm going to make this painting, that's the colour palette. So I brought out some little bits of more orange in the painting. I put a lot more of this colour around, and I've brought this colour here into those darker areas with the transparent paint. It's not finished yet, but it's not far away, or I don't know, who knows. But that's the interesting thing, is that I feel like in the beginning of the week, when I did a painting session on one of those paintings at the beginning, I took it sort of 2 steps along. At the end of the week, when I did a painting session on a painting, I was taking it perhaps 4 or 5 steps along, because I was applying what I had learnt, what I had liked and seen was working well in the previous paintings to the next ones, and I just got clearer and clearer about what it was I wanted to do. And this is the beauty of working in multiples, is that you can apply that what you've learnt in one, you apply to the next. And even though the paintings can be quite different, it's basically you're just making a series of decisions, and having made a series of decisions in a previous painting, you've learnt what works and what doesn't, and then your next decisions that you make in the next painting, they're more informed when you come to making those decisions. This is one of the things that I teach in my courses, and I've actually got a free workshop coming up in a couple of weeks where I will be teaching this process as well. I'll take you through a painting journey, and you'll make 3 paintings in a week, and it's exactly the same process where you do work on one painting and then apply what you've learnt to a different painting. If you're wanting to learn some new techniques, wanting to get an insight into this process, then make sure you register for that workshop. I'm running it from the 11th to the 18th of October, and there'll be a registration link in my Instagram bio, also on my website, and you can email me or message me, and I can get that to you as well. Okay, I hope you have a happy painting week. I hope this has been helpful.